Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Coming back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, I'm playing a video series of videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. And, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that, at the time I'm doing this, folks, I wasn't really intending to do a review. I was just going for some lunch. But we'll get to that. Yes, indeed, folks. The format of the show is pretty simple. I'm going to eat and or drink some stuff. I'm going to yammer on about the experience that I personally had with it. You can take away from that what you will. Write it down in a diary. People still use diaries. It's all vlogs and stuff these days. But you do with that information whatever works best for you. Okay? Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck today. And I'm wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear cool shirts, I like to highlight the cool shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! I'm still rocking my Genkai / Yu Yu Hakusho shirt. I've worn this a few times in reviews before. That's Genkai. I love Genkai. She, like I said, she's part of Yu Yu Hakusho, which is a 90s anime. Came out a little bit after, like, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and stuff. I personally get a great deal of love from this particular anime. When the first real big anime boom hit, when you had like Toonami and Adult Swim sort of, forging the way, Yu Yu Hakusho was one of the ones that they featured, and it was one that I just immediately connected with. And ever since then, it's been one of my favorites. But anyway, so what am I going to be trying for y'all? Because like I said, wasn't intending to do a review, just supposed to be lunch. Well, folks, where did I go for lunch? Well, I went to, boom, Panda Express, because I wanted some Chinese food, but Chinese food that isn't particularly great Chinese food. I mean, hey, I'm still eating there, so I'm not trying to shit on them or anything, but, like, let's be honest, you get better Chinese food. But, yeah, so I just went in, and I was like, I'll just get some lunch. I saw that they had a new item, so we're doing... There's no good way to make a boom out of this. Boom! Oh, God. It is... sure, why not? That'll kind of go. It is their new Sizzling shrimp. I like shrimp. I like things that sizzle. I clearly got it with rice. Yeah, that's pretty much how this goes. The only other time I've done a Panda Express thing was when I did their Beyond Orange Chicken, which is their plant-based alternative chicken that they had. I don't even know if it's available anymore. I didn't see it there, but then at the same time, I wasn't really looking. But sizzling shrimp, I can get down on that. So, chopsticks, because yes, I can use chopsticks. I'm talented like that. Oh, yeah. Let's try out some sizzling shrimp, find out how sizzling it is. Sizzling shrimp. It's okay. I mean, I'll say this, you get decent-sized shrimp, so good on them there. And they're pretty tasty for what they are, but I'm not getting a lot in the way of sizzling. Like, there's a little bit of a... There's a little bit of something there. Like, you get a tiny, 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 tiny hit at the back of your throat. But, I mean, it's almost non-existent. It's... Yeah, I mean... Yeah. To be fair, I don't know if sizzling is specifically to denote, like, heat, but that's kind of how I took it. There's really very little heat to this. If, like, it's as hot as, like, just a standard, like, pasta sauce with maybe some peppers in it or something like that. It's okay. I mean, the thing with... The sauce is decent for what it is. Like I said, it doesn't have a lot of heat, but it's okay flavor-wise. Has kind of an almost fruity kind of tomato hit to it, but it's very subdued. And the thing with Panda Express is, it's like I said, you're not getting Panda Express. It's fast food, Chinese food. That's what it is. You're not gonna get the best quality stuff, but there is something to it. Plus, you get a lot of dishes. It's relatively cheap for what it is. I think for everything I got, because I got a couple other items, I think it was about $17, which is a little bit much, but, comparatively, if I were getting multiple items from, like, an actual Chinese food place, because I have a couple really good ones around me, that would definitely be over $18. Plus, I'd probably go for delivery, whereas here I just went to pick it up. But the thing is, it's not going to be anything phenomenal. And it's not. It's okay. It does the job. I'll say this, it definitely tastes better if you can get one of the peppers with it. But, because the peppers actually taste nice. They actually have a little heat to them. But the fundamental problem with that is at the end of the day, okay, if I have a pepper with it, it kind of brings up the heat level a tiny bit. If I go over there and I add, some jalapenos to a burger, well, obviously it's going to increase the heat level of the burger. I really feel like the shrimp needed to kind of stand on its own, and I don't know that it fully does that. Because ultimately, it's tasty enough. The shrimp actually do taste good. There's some meaty shrimp, and I got a decent amount of them. So I'm not going to complain too much. It fulfilled the role I expected Panda Express to fill. Like I said, I didn't come into this going, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to do a review. Because typically, even when Panda Express do have new items, they're really just sort of, variations on other already existing items. And that's kind of the case with this. It's nothing I haven't tasted similar before. But it's fine. That's the best way I can put it. It's perfectly fine. I didn't mind adding it to my dish. It's not particularly memorable, nor is it particularly sizzling, but it was filling enough, and, it was relatively cheap for what it was. So, yeah, that's kind of what I have to take away from it. It was Panda Express. And that kind of is ultimately my takeaway from it, because every so often I'll grab Panda Express. It's not a thing that I do regularly, because at the end of the day, like I said, I have other Chinese food places around me that serve, proper Chinese food. Panda Express is there to be exactly what it is. And the Sizzling shrimp, it's exactly that. I don't think it's phenomenal. I don't think it's terrible. It's just somewhere in the middle, like pretty much the vast majority of the stuff that they have. Definitely not my favorite item I've gotten from them, but definitely not my least favorite. It's like amongst Panda Express items, I'd say it's a solid C+. I don't think I've ever had an A from Panda Express, if I'm honest. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe, kind of. I mean, the thing is, it's like, it didn't taste bad. It was okay. But if I think about, like the mushroom chicken, if I think about like the Beijing beef, those are definitely more flavorful and more potent. But as a seafood dish from Pineapple Express, from Panda Express, it's probably one of the better ones that I've had. So I might add it in every now and again. Whether or not I would recommend it, it's okay. I wouldn't go out of my way for it, though. Like, if you watch this review, please don't be like, oh, shit, man, we got to go over there and we got to go to Panda Express. No, you don't. I would suggest just looking around, seeing if you have a, like, proper Chinese food place. You're going to get a better experience. But if you do get it, I don't think you're going to hate it. It's decent enough for what it is. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your months. Do a Panda Express here. Folks, you can go there and have yourselves a truly panda-tastic rest of your life. Because, yeah, they're kind of endangered and they don't really, mate enough to be a viable species. But they're adorable and silly, and, they're just big silly bears that eat bamboo that don't realize that they're not carnivores anymore. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, excuse me, that's not always the easiest thing to do in the world. Trust me, I know. I wish it was. I wish it was. I wish that we could just go throughout our lives not having to be assholes about stuff, but it's going to happen. We're going to find ourselves in situations that are frustrating or stressful or what have you, and sometimes we're just going to drop trow and let that asshole shine to the world. But take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to watch this video that I've done here today of the sizzling shrimp from Panda Express. And maybe you're going to heed my words. You're going to be like, yeah, it looks okay, but nothing I need to go do. But maybe you're going to go over there and be like, you know what we do need to do, though? We need to make sure that pandas stick around. So it turns out that you're some sort of, amazing super biologist, and you're going to go over there and you're going to work out and you're going to check out the pandas while, all the stuff they're doing. And you're going to figure out that it's like, oh, okay, they will go over there and mate and procreate under the right circumstances. If it turns out that they have, if they happen to have a wild boar beanie baby from 1995, if they have that in their enclosure, they just get to humping. Just won't even stop. And then, for the low price of a boar beanie baby from 1995, which was the first beanie baby I ever had, you go over there and you save an entire species. That's a pretty good deal. I'm not gonna lie. Or conversely, maybe just get some real Chinese food and have yourself a wonderful night. Bye.